Hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, you guys, to Water Riff Radio, where Jill and I dive deep into the currents of health, water, and consciousness. And today we're going to do something a little different, something practical, something real, and something you'll actually want in your home. We're talking two systems that work in perfect harmony, one that transforms every drop of water in your home, and the other that elevates what you drink, cook with, shower with, and enjoy every day. Think of it as your home's foundation and flow working together, quietly supporting your health, your energy, and the life you live. We're not here to sell fun little gadgets. We're here to share what works, what complements each other, and what actually makes life easier and better when you get the right combination. And we're going to show you how these two little guys can be best buddies in your home, each one doing what it does best, but put together, it does even better. So real quick, can you picture your home flowing effortlessly, supporting every part of your life without the extra work?
Yes.
Da, da, da. So the power duo, foundation and flow. So this is where we're going to get into it. So you guys, kind of recapping, like my Kangen story didn't really start with water. It started with someone I loved faced a health issue, and we needed hydration. We needed something that worked on a cellular level, supporting energy, hydration, mood, and the treatment that he was about to get. And this came across my path once, and it wasn't a priority. But then it came across again, and it was a priority. And it led to hydrogen-rich water because it was documented, it had antioxidant properties, and it was what we needed to support him and me, both of us, and our cats.
Yes, don't forget the cats. Our animals.
Our animals.
And as you know, I was focused on the long-term health and creating a low tox environment, not only for myself, but for my rescues who are often way more sensitive to environmental contaminants than humans. And holistic treatment for them is not as available as for people. As for humans, excuse me. So as I began to research more deeply, one fact became unavoidable. It's not the genes alone that determine our health outcomes. It's environmental toxins and stress that can activate gene expression. So turn those dormant genes on. And knowing that everything ends up in our water, from our drains, from our runoff, from our air, snow, rain, filtration was the answer I was searching for. I had my ionizer, my K8, I love that created the water that I needed for my holistic environment. Has a filter on it. It filtered a lot of things out. However, it wasn't meant to be a filter. And it was only at my kitchen sink. So what about the rest of my home? I wanted something. I had a water softener, which I thought was a filter because I didn't know any better. This began my journey. So I wanted something that didn't require all the maintenance, any salt, any electricity. When the electricity went out, I needed something from every tap in my home, my showers, my kitchen taps, everything. So what was it? Just this past year led me to PureWay whole home filtration. And upon doing the research, this is why we've decided to partner both of these products together. It's absolutely amazing. That's why we're calling it the Power Duo. So
Bum, bum, bum.
putting them together was everything.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So beautiful. Here is your power duo. Bum, bum, bum. Together, These are a force to be reckoned with. And you
Mm.
guys, when you put these together, it works, right? So PureWay is going to handle your foundation. That is every drop in your home from the shower to the tap is covered.
Mm.
What a peace of mind you have. And then Kangen is going to handle the specialized hydration, the antioxidants, the cooking water that supports your life at the next level.
Mm-hmm. It's synergy, basically. One protects and one elevates. So if you do nothing, do the whole home foundational system when you're ready, you want the water that elevates. One works behind the scenes and the other one enhances your experiences directly. Can you see how a strong foundation and enhanced hydration could literally change your daily life and your routine without adding effort or stress?
Do, do,
Oof.
do. All right, so here's what each do best. We're going to go into PureWay and then we're going to do Kangen.
We're
So
getting juicy.
juicy,
Juicy. Yes.
give me it, give me it.
Juicy and
All right.
bite-sized pieces. Yes.
So the slide is really going to share like what it really does in your home, right? So it literally gets everything in your home. So it's going to do the water you shower in, you wash your clothes in, you cook with, you brush your teeth with. That is what matters. This is where your PureWay system comes in. It is your whole home water purification system, meaning every drop of water that enters your home gets to be treated, but not just one faucet. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, what it does not need, are we ready for this?
Oop.
This is one of my favorite things to actually go over.
Mm.
PureWay doesn't need electricity to run. Say what?
Boil alerts safe.
You don't have to think about that. When you have a boil alert, you don't have to think about that. Your water's still covered. Whoop, whoop. You don't need salt. You don't need any chemicals. You don't need any water flushing. Low maintenance. You retain all your minerals. And why this matters, we've already went over it. Your skin feels better and healthier. Your hair is less dry. Your clothes are cleaner. Your appliances last longer. A lot of people don't realize that one.
And why is that?
Why is that?
We're proprietary and we have something in there called silifos, and it actually protects your pipes. It protects your pipes. Not only your pipes, your appliances, so your toilets, your washing machines. How many times have you seen lime scale build up in your faucets and your coffee maker and things like that? This also works to prevent that. I had to throw that in because it's huge. It's absolutely huge.
It is huge. Jill and I, before we hopped on, were just talking about how all of these companies literally have the same system. They just slap a different freaking company on it. And it's like, not ours.
Oh my God. And you know what? You made a huge point too, that it depends on the area that you're shopping. It's the same product, but you can buy one product from like $800 all the way up to 5,000 depending where you shop. It's the same product. They do this in HVAC, even appliances, even cars.
Yeah.
But we're not that way. We're proprietary, which means you can't find the technology anywhere else. I love that.
Which is exciting. And that makes your pipes last longer as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. It saves a lot of money. It really does.
In the long run, right? If you look at the bigger picture and not just right out the gate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And again, you guys, it's not just about hydration. It's about the overall big picture. It's about reducing your worry. It's about reducing money going out and healthy stuff coming in.
Mm-hmm. Did I flip that too quickly?
I'm like, bah, bah. Not at all.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you guys, I'm going to keep this very simple. Very simple. First, you got your stages. Stage 1, it's literally just going to be your obvious stuff. Sediment, rust, dirt, all the things you don't want running through your pipes into you. And then it moves a little deeper. And this is where it really stands out. Like, we have a molecular level filtration and biological defense. It is literally the media designed to capture the contaminants, like the chlorines, the chloramines, the heavy metals, the PFAs, chemicals, byproducts, to capture them. And then capture and kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your ChemGuard, which is your advanced carbon finishing and taste refinement. So PureWay doesn't just filter, it literally protects. The system uses specialized media that attracts and hold onto contaminants at a microscopic level, and then physically traps and kills them.
Mm-hmm.
Bah, bah, bah.
And I love that because we were talking about this earlier. Everybody wants to know about UV lighting. Well, does it have UV lighting? Well, what is that? And our system actually, it does one better than UV lighting. If you've been in like HVAC or anything, or even water filtration, there is UV lighting, but just know it's a bulb. It's a bulb, and it will kill microbiologicals as it comes through. But even a month down the road, that bulb isn't as bright as it was when you first installed it, right? You totally see where I'm going with this. We have something baked into our media called Aegean Silver, and feel free to look it up for yourself. It's amazing. These are silver particles that are baked into the filter media. They mimic UV lighting. What does that mean? It's just as strong day one that you receive your filtration in your cartridges as it is when it's time to change them. It's still the same strength. It captures, kills, and contains them. So when your wastewater runs off, you're actually making a huge dent in the water that's going back into the municipality. And if you're somewhat even wanting to have an imprint on the planet and do your part on the planet, that's huge when you actually can capture, kill, and keep that from going back into the wastewater. There's enough new stuff going out there, but I just want to go over that UV lighting. It's pretty much, these cartridges can handle water filtrations each on their own, but together it's just a powerhouse. So you've got, not only your sediments and your VOCs and your chlorines and all of that, your microbiologicals, that's huge. Then you've got your advanced carbon along with it. And the great part about it is that you're going to say, well, what about a water softener? Like, I have the calcium carbonate buildup. It takes care of that too, all in these 3 stages. So you really do have, you basically have an RO system that keeps your minerals, and you've got your water softener, eliminating the calcium carbonate, but keeping the good calciums that don't build up in your pipes. I hope that makes sense, because that's what we're asked about most. Well, that's great and all, but now I need this. You've got everything together. Absolutely. Anything else on that?
Nope, I think we covered it all.
So you can see why this would be a great foundation for your home.
Yes. Recap. Whole home, 0 waste, no electricity, no salt, safer for every single faucet in your home, saves on bills, appliances, pipes, and it protects your home's foundation.
Absolutely. So that's your foundation. Let's go into your up leveling system, your ionizer. Now, these are for people that maybe you're this person, we were this person. We wanted water that you can cook with pure way water. You've got clean, tox-free water. We wanted an ionizer for the health and wellness benefits. It has way more than that. It has like over 100 uses. So we'll get into that. Let's go into Kangen. It's specialized hydration for cooking beauty water that interacts with your body and cells in ways that ordinary water cannot. This was our first class that we did. So this is a series of 3, and we are on number 3 now. We did one on ionization, second one on Pure Way, the foundation, and this one is just putting them together and how they work best. So we know that every drop in your home is clean and safe. And now you have hydration, and cooking water supports your energy, mood, and digestion, skin, hair, and all of that. So let's go through some of the benefits of the ionizer. Let's go a little bit more in depth. You get deeper cellular hydration because of the hydrogen. We talked about the hydrogen molecules that it creates naturally. It mimics the natural process of lightning striking the water and infusing it with electricity. This uses electricity. It does not use chemicals for the hydration. The water absorbs faster and more efficiently because it's microclustered. When you think of microcluster, I'm going to give you a visual. Hopefully you will remember this. It was very powerful for me. When you are throwing like a basketball at a chain link fence, it kind of bounces off the fence and comes back. That's what you're getting with regular water. Your cells aren't hydrating properly and you feel sloshy, you feel bloated. You're drinking water, but you're, pardon me, peeing it all out. With ionization and hydrogen molecules, it microclusters, it blows up the water, the hydrogen, so that it can be absorbed through your cells. So instead of throwing that basketball at the fence, now you've got marbles you're throwing through the chain link fence, and you're not feeling sloshy. You're not feeling bloated because your cells are absorbing this water. You're becoming hydrated a lot quicker. So when this happens, it neutralizes oxidative stress. What is oxidative stress? It's rust on an apple. It's air when it hits an apple and it starts to rust. It degrades. That's what happens in our body at all times in everything. And our body isn't completely harmonized all of the time. It's the balance, it's the flow, it's the waves of what we eat, and then bringing it back with water and things like that. Our environment can oxidize our body, but this actually reduces acidity and helps you harmonize. The higher pH can gently support the body back towards balance. When your body's acidic from inflammation, imagine drinking a glass of 9.5 pH water. You'd be like, ooh, it's kind of just like, you just feel it being absorbed in all of your cells. It'll improve your digestion and your gut function because of that. And the flavors of the things that you're drinking, say you're making coffee, your coffee's going to taste better. When you're cooking with it, your foods are going to taste better because it actually brings out the taste, the flavor of the food naturally.
Let me tell you, sorry, that's the best part for me. Like the cleaning of everything and the food.
Yes.
You guys, there's a whole different flavor to things.
There
you would
is.
be so surprised.
You're like, this is not the same meat. No way. Or like veggies.
What is this? This isn't a strawberry. This is a strawberry.
Yeah. Exactly. And when we get to like cleaning produce, which Amanda's referring to, like we've got a couple of episodes too where we're cleaning strawberries and tomatoes. They are the most They have the most pesticides on them. And when you see what comes off, regular water doesn't take those off. They're not supposed to. Like the pesticides are doing their job. They're supposed to stay on during rain. That's why they're petroleum based, forever chemicals. This actually, you can change your pH level. When you change your pH, you change everything. What it does is instead of, scrubbing your fruits and stuff, all you're doing is scrubbing that into your food, especially with baking soda and vinegar. Your foods are absorbing that along with possibly the toxic water that you're using, whether it's tap water or even bottled water. But with this, the way that when you change that pH, it emulsifies and it attaches and it lifts and it removes. It doesn't go in, it lifts and removes it. It's absolutely amazing. And when you taste, like she said, food without pesticides, it's pretty incredible.
Whole different ball game.
Yeah. So then let's move on to 6 pH for beauty, water, and skin health. A lot of us actually keep a spray bottle outside of the shower of 6 pH. That's what your skin functions best at. And you just spray your body down with 6 water when you get out of your shower. Absolutely amazing. You can use it as a toner. I use it for a toner for makeup and everything. You can replace a lot of cosmetics and creams and things like that. It's eco-friendly. So with this one machine, how long does this machine last? About
25 plus years.
And Mr. Oshiro, who actually is the creator of this machine, it's 50 years old, out of Japan, and he still has his original one.
So again, that's going to factor a lot of things, right? Like if you take care of your machine, it can probably last a lifetime. We obviously cannot say that because everyone is going to take care of their machine a little differently.
Absolutely. But with this machine, it was originally used in the Japanese hospitals. So it does create so many different uses from one machine. So you can replace your plastic water bottles, your household cleaners, makeup removers, kitchen sprays. It also provides a gentle detox support. So if you can imagine drinking higher alkaline water without the chemicals to make it alkaline, you're using electricity because your body is a battery. It is water and electricity. You're not going to have all of the horrible herxing detox symptoms. So it's basically a whole home lifestyle upgrade. So I don't know if you can see the benefits of the whole home system of having clean, tox-free water, and then an ionizer to just up level your whole house, becoming a tox-free green environment. It's pretty incredible. I haven't bought cleaning agents since 2020, actually. And I even washed my car with 11.5. I use it as a bug degreaser on my front end. I spray it on for 7 minutes and literally all that tar and bug stuff wipes off versus what comes out of the spray bottles at AutoZone. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Oh my gosh.
I love it.
So yes, let's go through the next slides. Really, I won't go too far deep into them, but I just wanted to go over, these are just some of the uses. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So here's your 11.5 alkaline water. Just have a minute to go over that. This alone, it was a no-brainer for me. And then go over here to 2.5 strong acidic water. This I really have to kind of focus on because it's more effective than bleach. It creates, I never say this word right, hypochloric acid, which is basically salt and a water mixture. And what that does There's so many testimonies and documented data on this. But when you use this instead of bleach, this actually kills MRSA, bacteria, viruses, MRSA, staph. It actually killed the shutdown virus, we'll say that kind of softly, within 10 seconds of contact. If you know anything about bleach, bleach takes probably about a minute. You got to spray, wait, wipe off, and reapply a couple of times before it actually kills contact. With hypochloric acid, it's 10 seconds. It's absolutely amazing. If you'd love to see the video and the technology behind that, I've got a really cool video for you as well. And of course, these are the drinking water uses. 8.5 to 9.5 water uses. We actually have 7 pH neutral, which is just clean water that you're going to use for mixing with baby formula and taking with medications. Medications are created based on 7 pH. So that's why this water was created. And then you have your beauty water, the 6.0, which we talked about. But these two over here were just a game changer for me. It's replaced all the chemicals in my home. I get excited about that. So let's actually, anything else to add on that? Does it make sense why layering these systems is so amazing?
For me, it does. And again, this isn't even all the uses, you guys. This is just some of the uses that we wanted to put there. So you can actually see like, wow, this isn't just drinking water. This can literally replace half of the things you buy at the store. And then like when I first started, I literally made a list of everything that we were spending money on at the store that possibly this little machine could take care of. You know, you don't have to buy cleaner anymore. Like Jill said, you don't have to buy laundry detergent. You don't have to buy bottled water, things of water. Like all of those things add up. So write all those down and then total them every week. And then you'd be like, shit, we could buy this in a month and a half. Like with everything we're spending on this stuff. Like that was a big eye opener for me. And like glass cleaner was a big one for us. It's like, oh, we don't have to buy glass cleaner anymore. We get to use this.
Yeah.
And it works great.
Degreaser for your stove, oven.
Yep. Like there's so many things that you don't have to purchase. And if you're a plant lover, your plants will love you if you give them 6.0.
Or if you're even a grower. I don't know if a lot of people are growing much anymore, but from indoor to outdoor, it's amazing. Enagic has a cattle farm here in California, Mount Shasta. And they are raising their beef on Kangen water. If you ever want to try it, let me know. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing.
Beautiful thing.
It is. We get excited. We've got so many different uses, and as we use it for the next newer thing, like you just write it down and how to use it. I use it with my animals in the rescue industry. I won't go into that, but the chemicals and products that you don't need to put on your animal, this replaces as well. Okay. So let's move into, oh my gosh, lifestyle.
All right, you guys. So in our homes, it's seamless. PureWay ensures every faucet, shower, and appliance delivers clean water and saves your appliance. Kangen sits on your counter. Beautiful little machine for drinking, cooking, coffee, tea. The moments that touch your body directly and elevate it, right? So this is our team. You've got your PureWay system at the top because that is your foundation. That's your mother. That's your mother. That's your foundation. That is what's going to take care of everything, your whole home. And then you've got all your little branches, right? So you've got your K8, which is your ionizer. I don't think we really have to go into that. We just did a whole few slides on that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your
Base.
duo.
Yeah.
Your magical duo right there. But then there are other projects that we offer, right? We've got our Anespa, which is our mineral shower.
Mm-hmm.
We've got our M Guard, which is going to be your harmonizer throughout your space.
EMF and radiation. Yes.
Right. Like you can't see those invisible things floating where you're working or where you're not working, where you're relaxing, right? That's going to literally take it and harmonize all those frequencies that are hurting you. And then you've got your Ukon. Huh?
I was going to say all your smart products that are not so smart, it will harmonize that.
Exactly. I like that. We should write that one down. Keep using it. I like that. And then you've got your Ukon, which is going to be your turmeric, which we all kind of know, I hope, that is an antioxidant, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory. And it does come in soap, capsules, or tea form.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's move on to the next one. Slide. This is amazing. Hang on just a minute. Oh no. So let's go into what we do know, what is familiar, because ionization and a whole home system that is proprietary is something that we're not really familiar with when it comes to the world of water. And most people don't want to do the research. They just want something that they feel works. So let's go over these. I love this. You're all familiar with the Brita pitcher filter or any other pitcher filter and your fridge filter. And I was told the other day, I have a fridge filter. I have a filter. And I thought that's not a filter. You can't, are you bathing in that too? Well, no, but you have your carbon filters that probably looks familiar. And then you have alkaline water units. Alkaline and ionization are different. They're not meant to be total home filters. So this is probably what we're used to seeing right now. Most filters will make the water look and taste better, but they don't remove the contaminants.
And who here, come on, we've all been there. I'm going to throw this back out. Like, who was so excited? Like, I've got a pitcher, I'm filtering my water, and it's great.
Me
too. And then who had a fridge filter and they're like, hell yeah, I've got some fridge filtered water. I'm excited. I am taking care of me. Come on, raise your hand. I was there too. But it's because we're familiar with these, you guys. Like, we're just so much more familiar with these because they're in our faces constantly. However, the two systems that we have been talking about, we have to understand, like, those are small little choices that ripple huge results out, like a strong foundation and an elevated hydration together. Like, you make home feel lighter, more supported, fully aligned. You have less to worry about versus what's familiar that we think is doing what we want, but we don't really know the right questions to ask to actually make sure of that.
No, and you and I didn't either. That's amazing. Absolutely.
And that's why we just want to touch upon what you're actually familiar with, because we know, we get it, we understand, we can relate. We can't understand, but we can relate. Right? Because you go to where you're familiar. It's proven.
Oh, yeah. Or, you know, what your parents have or what your neighbors have. And it's amazing. But what does it do? I don't know. It just makes my water taste good. And that's okay. We're all about transparency, period. We're all about, if you're not even, you know, if you just want to be educated, we're here for that. We're totally here for that. I would rather teach more people more things about their water and how they can go look at the testing. Don't rely on someone else to test your municipal water. We will show you how to look at it yourself, because when you can do it yourself, like, just take the power back. You've got it. You've totally got it.
Taking the power back a little at a time.
Let's go to this one. Now, this one's huge. Absolutely. So when better still isn't good enough. So as I talked about earlier, the water softener here, that's familiar. You've got a tank, a brine tank that holds your salt, and then you've got your softener, but you need electricity. And it's not a filter. What it's doing is actually, you're
Jill,
dumping.
can you say what you just said one more time? It's not what?
It's not a filter.
Got it. Softener is not a filter. Let me reiterate
not
that
a
again.
filter. And I was that person. I thought I had a filter in my basement and I didn't know how to use it.
And you are not alone there. The more people I talk to, they all think a softener is a filter because they're not told any different.
Yeah.
And why would you tell someone that doesn't ask?
Right. And it's like, yeah. And thank you. But all this does is basically dump salt in the system to pull out the calcium carbonate, excuse me, that white hard stuff. That's all it does. But what it does is put more salt, all that salt, back in your wastewater. And that's going into runoffs, into farms and everything. In some municipalities, they're not even allowing this any longer because the amount of salt is killing like stuff in the farm fields. It's just ruining the fields. Okay, enough about that. Then let's move on to under the sink RO. This is basically what people are buying. This is it. And you have your RO system and your water softener. That's what you're paying for. People are like, oh, it was real cheap and it's this and it's that, depending where you get it. Again, it's the same equipment sold by different companies. And that's not a knock on anybody. It's just outdated. We can do better than this because we're literally consuming and dumping more and more and more into the wastewater. This is just, again, under one faucet. That's it. And the amount of water that it takes to go through the RO process is unbelievable. If you get a whole home system, which is RO, that's what you can compare PureWay to, a whole home system. However, RO requires electricity. It requires maintenance. If you get a boil alert, you're really supposed to have someone come out and re-clean those tanks because now you have the contamination in the tanks. That's nothing that you can do yourself. You really need a professional to do that. And you'll see those giant, they kind of look like this. And there may be one or two tanks, but that's your holding tank. And it takes, for every 1 gallon of filtered water, it takes 3 to do that. So 3 will be your wastewater and 1 gallon will be left in your holding tank so that when you use your shower or your dishwasher or your laundry, it has to refill in between those times. So it can be inconvenient as well. Again, they're not bad technology, they're just outdated. We can do better than this. Because quite honestly, we've got 14,000 different variations of PFAS alone. The newest one, oh my gosh, it's called Gen X. Imagine that. It's not everywhere yet, but it is. It has been identified. So here's like a little RO system here. You can see how big that is. Like, that's where we talk about the footprint. The footprint is large. So when I was shopping, this whole system was going to take up my whole laundry room. So it was either the washer and dryer or the water filtration system. Well, fortunately, I didn't got one at the time. I had found PureWay and it was so much smaller and did so much more. And I'm grateful. But those are the systems that we are familiar with. And can you feel how how intentional small choices create massive everyday benefits. I mean, can you feel that? Like, oh, just one change, one little change.
It's huge.
It is huge. It really, really is huge. Talk about patterns and routines and things like that. You'd be like, I don't know what to do with all this extra money. I don't need to buy this or this or this or that.
We all think it's like conquering everything all at once.
Hmm.
It's so not true. It's
It's not.
literally one little thing, the next little thing, the next little thing, the next little thing, the next little thing. And then you stop and you look and you're like, holy moly, look how far I've come from that. It's crazy.
Exactly. Well, and it's even like steering a ship. Like if you make a left turn, yes, it's going to be quite dramatic. But if you just make a 1 degree correction, oh my gosh, 6 months down the road, like I'd be like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Look how far I've come, or we've come, or the house has come. Look how much we saved. Look how healthy we are. So,
Just look.
oh gosh. So you really don't need a crisis to upgrade. Not at all. That's why we're here. It's fun. It's fun to find this out. If you find it just, oh my gosh, I don't want to hear it because I don't want to have to do something about it, it's probably not for you anyway. But if you're literally looking and shopping, or you know someone looking and shopping, um, we just hope to have a chance to talk to people that are open to something new and better, because as the world changes, we kind of have to change with it. So just bringing awareness to this whole system, um, it's a game changer.
And if you do, like Jill said, know anyone, share this with them, educate them,
Mhm.
help them get educated.
Educated. I love
Help
that.
them, right? And then you may be asking, like, do I really need both? Can't I just do one? Um, absolutely. One is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but together they unlock the full potential for you, your home, your pets, everyone around you. And once you experience them together, you're going to be like, why did I wait so long to actually do this?
Mm-hmm.
Because together they're a power duo. They cover everything.
Absolutely. So when you're looking, especially now before Christmas, of course, there's, you know, incentives to purchase, but look at it this way. You might have a flex spending account or an HSA that's sitting there going, oh my gosh, we need to use this by the end of the year or we lose it. There's so many places of ways of owning these machines. And quite honestly, if you know anything about whole home RO systems, this is a fraction of the price that will pay you back in your first month for sure. Definitely. So if it's something that resonates with you, just again, reach out. We just love to go over what's in your water in your municipality and
And
educate you.
and dream. Like if you've ever wanted like every tap in your house, like clean, pure, so it's not on the back of your mind. Like if you want every shower to be clean and to actually like clean you, if
Mhm.
you want meals that are actually cooked with clean, pure water to give you more energy, support, health wise, immunity wise, like this is your moment to see how all these systems can work together to fit your
Mhm.
life.
Absolutely. And we do complimentary 15-minute consults with you. There's no obligation ever to do anything. Again, we have proprietary equipment here. We don't do things same as old technology. We're in it for the future. Definitely. Thriving in your life. Thriving.
I like
Living.
it.
Thriving. Yeah.
Thriving.
Oh my goodness. This was so good. As you can tell, it's such a passionate topic.
We enjoy all of this
Mhm.
and the
And
peace of mind.
that's a big one. That's a big one. Oof. Anything else before we close it up?
I hope you have the most beautiful week. We
Yes.
look forward to seeing you next week here, same time, same place. And really sit with yourself. Ask, would this benefit? Let's just hop on a call. Jill and I, 15 minutes. Answer all your questions, concerns. We'll go over anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission is to get cleaner, purer water in your home
In your home. I love that.
or business.
Oh, business, yes.
But if you know anyone that could use this, please share it with them.
Mm-hmm.
And we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Wishing you the best week ahead. Bye.
Bye.